I have a proposition. You know, the best days in school is when the teacher says, let's not do anything like, let's watch a video today. Let's watch a movie. You guys want to watch a movie together? It's movie day in Wirtuals class. All right, it's movie day. So the movie we're going to watch is this one. Little backstory here. I'm chilling on my computer. I'm doing some work and a ton of people just messaged me. Bobsleigh. Today's couple of the day map is Bobsleigh. Virtual, you got to drop everything. It's Bobsleigh. I don't have my camera set up. I don't have my microphone set up. They're at the caster desk. I joined and I instantly just, oh my God, it's a full Bobsleigh map. I recognize the mapper, right? Billy Rim, Swedish person. A very good Bobsleigh mapper. I've seen some of his Bobsleigh maps before. See what this map's about. So this is my discovery run. Okay, starts out with a little grass part, then the first Bobsleigh turn, a 200 speed, bit weird. Uphill, another speed slide on the grass. Bobsleigh turn to the left. And bobsleigh turn to the right, and then bobsleigh turn to the left. Okay. Drop down onto the grass, bit shaky here. Left turn into what? Drop down. And another bobsleigh turn. And with this many bobsleigh turns, if you are good at the surface, you can inch out an advantage. So bobsleigh's gone through a lot of changes, right? You had the ice update that changed how you play bobsleigh. You no longer need 34% action key. It's more like 80% in some turns, but really full steering is just as fast. But there's one trick. There's one main trick on bobsleigh that a lot of the top players use, which is something that I call the flick, which is when you exit a turn, you can tap quickly, left, right, or right, left, depending on which way the turn is going. And you will get a small wiggle. What I'm doing right now in the first ones is just looking for, okay, where can I flick? That's the main speed trick. So here, I flick out of that one, for example, and I'm faster than my ghost. I go a bit too wide there, but I'm still up at speed. So I'm like, okay, the first turn there, you definitely got one flick. Here as well, out of this one, small flick there. And you can see, once again, I gain speed on my ghost. So I'm like, okay, there's a flick there as well. And slowly but surely, you see the bobsleigh players coming on the leaderboard. You got a trick. You got Mlan, very good bobsleigh players. And you're going to see some more names as well. Nova Star there in 10th. Very good bobsleigh player. Now, what I'm trying to do here, this is something that I noticed, right? This turn, if you enter it smoothly and get a clean curve, it might actually cost you time. As counterintuitive as it is, if you go enter late and you get high up on the wall, you get a very smooth down line into the next one. And if you get that one clean, you get a lot more speed in the end. So already here, like 4 minutes in, I'm experimenting with a line that hopefully gains more speed like long run. It's the first thing I noticed was like, okay, what if you do that? And it's working on my splits, but how does it stack up to what people are doing? A trick drops a 45-2 after 4 minutes of playing. Crazy splits, right? Crazy time. Because I'm driving pretty good right now, and all I get is a 45-9 here. 45-99. I notice here that I'm sliding out on that platform, right? You have icy tires when you enter the platform, so you need to straighten the car. Be perfectly perpendicular to the direction of motion. I also notice I can use action key. If I steer at 80% there, on the road, I actually don't lose that much speed. But yeah, do you see this line? This is what I'm experimenting with. And it's not crazy fast, but it's still pretty good. Nothing that great yet. Let's skip ahead a bit in the qualifier. Okay, so here, I improve. Now this was actually with a pretty wide run. Like it threw me out of the turn pretty far, but I still kept pretty good speed. Okay. Minus 0.30. Minus 0.40. Get a clean entry there. And yeah, solid. Little bit bad entry to the last turn. So 45.66, okay. I'm pretty confident that time already has me in Division 1. So now I'm thinking, how do I win? What do I need to do to catch up to a trick in M1? The flick here is the most important thing. I got a very good flick that run, right? Early speed slide up the hill, minus 13 and 4 speed ahead. This is very fast. The entry was a bit bad, but it gives me a decent entry here. No airtime, minus 20. Okay. Good corner there. Drop down. Minus 23. That's pretty good. Up the hill. Clean speed slide. Land wide, so it pushes you towards the turn. Small wiggle there. Try to land clean here. Do not hit the penalty. Okay, 22 and 5 speed. It's pretty good. And I clocked in 45.404. And that was also my best run in the qualifier. So in the qualifier, I end 6th place roundabouts. And I quickly leave the server to check the world record. And he does the flick on the exit 2, gets more speed. But then look at this line. Look at this line right here. Late high. And he gets the car into a wobble. He gets the car into a wobble into the turn. He starts medium high, goes down in the middle of the turn, goes up right about there, and then exits with that low line like I wanted. Way better understanding of the turn. This gives you so much speed. And we go into the no KO round, okay? One thing I saw as well in the World Record, by the way, look at my start. I'm 10 hundredths behind, but I have more speed. This is something I saw the World Record did, and I was like, okay, you know what? I think that's smart. I think it's smart to go wide on the start, get up to like 245 speed, not really risk the inside corner because you're going to catch up with the speed anyways. I'm doing quite alright on the no KO. Plus 20 hundredths, but pretty solid speed. 8th. Avoiding the penalty. Grass, 6th, and into the finish. Okay, 6th place, 45.6. I'm thinking, yeah, this could go great. This could be a great couple of days. But I was a favorite going into this, and I'm kind of overthinking it. Like, it's Bobsleigh. So many people are saying I was only good on old Bobsleigh because of action keys. I have a lot to prove going into this that I've mastered new Bobsleigh too, right? So I'm like, oh, I really want to win this. So I do what I'm supposed to. I go wide. Go pretty wide here too. I'm not risking. 243 there with a wide line is not the greatest. And then in the uphill, that's disaster. Might not look like it, but I slid out. And if you ever lose speed on a bobsleigh map, your future prospects are just going to be more and more time loss. So in the uphill here, I didn't have my car straightened out at the exit, and I slide. So now I am 29 speed behind my PB and almost last. And I don't have a lot of speed here either, so it's just going to snowball. Only 4 spots away from elimination right now. Okay, just focus up. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just get to the finish. Speed is kind of balanced out after that sharp grass turn. And then the last bobsleigh turn into the finish. And, whew, okay. Like round 1, I was only 10 spots from out. And the cup keeps going for a couple of rounds. I don't really make many mistakes. I finish in, I'd say, pretty good positions, like here. Okay, that was 26. That was not that good. But I'm playing very safe, because I'm recognizing if I don't slide out, the chance of getting eliminated here is 0. This round, I'm actually first. With 44 players left, I drop a 45.26 PB in first place. But you see Smiley Bob, you see a Trick, you see Nova, all these bobsleigh players, they're doing really well, right? Just about to make it top 32. And in this round, I actually notice Emlan has a big mistake. Plus 2 seconds and no one else failed. Now, in Cup of the Day, I never want to root against players, but I know Emlan is one of the best bobsleigh players. Also did really well in the qualifier. So I am secretly hoping here that some of my main opponents will go out. I'm just safing. And I didn't have a bad end there. But look at this. Both Smiley Bob and Emlan get eliminated that round. 2 of my strongest opponents. But at the same time, a Trick just drove a 45.01. That's pretty scary. Almost dropping a 44. So far, things are going just splendid. I'm 0.2 behind on checkpoint 1. But it's all on purpose. Because it's... Okay, well, it's still 0.2, but I have more speed, okay? That was my belief at the time. I had more speed. So I'm catching up. Catching up. 3rd at that checkpoint. All the deficit from the start is recouped. Good landing. Small wiggle there. I'm getting more comfortable, and a Trick makes a mistake. A Trick makes a big mistake. Plus 3 seconds. And when he isn't in first, I am in this round, and he goes out. So now 3 of my opponents have crashed. And this round, 2 other Norwegians also in the red here. Andy Baguette and Flamecaster. Hoping they can save themselves. Stay in. But it is tough though. Very close on the splits. I make it just fine, but look at this. Nova with a 0.1. My best time is still at 0.2, right? Nova drove a 0.18. And the next round, Nova drives like another run on 0.1 pace. Look at the split. He's 2600th ahead. Nova, scary fast on this map all of a sudden. Like, I think it just clicked for him and he is speeding. I get a pretty good end here and I catch up some, but still. Another 0.1. That's going to be a problem if Nova Star, who's also in chat, hi Nova, keeps going. That's going to be a big problem. What am I going to do? That's a problem for future Virtual. I'm just going to keep driving my rounds. Also, when I play a couple today, I make rules for myself that I have to follow. So the rule can be like, go wide on this corner. Don't go over the white border on a corner to make sure you don't crash, etc. Here again, red on this checkpoint, 18th, and then with a ton of speed, I get up to 5th. And then with that speed, carrying on, I think I go all the way up to like, yeah, top 3 there. And look at the splits. Nova plus 88. Nova's almost out, plus 94. He needs to catch 0.4. I'm just focusing on my own game, but he's just not gaining time. He's not gaining anything. And barely. Nova was 1 position away from saving himself, but he goes out. And I immediately noticed, like, I'm not celebrating here, but I'm thinking like, okay, this is starting to look more and more promising. Again, same pattern. Plus 0.1 in the start. Not taking risks. And here I execute a beautiful high line. So this is the line I wanted every single time. I saw this from Cutsy, right? I was like, oh, I want to get that. Here I finally get that line. Beautiful. And I'm first. And I'm thinking this is a fast run, but I don't want to push it unnecessarily. So I try to save. Get a bit of an awkward bounce there. Enter the last one clean. It's only a 0.4. I need to risk more, apparently. Top 10 now. Always the slow start. A little bit more speed, though. Not risking the wiggle as much anymore. Beautiful high line once again. Getting that low line there, and then you just pull with speed, right? Massive speed here. I go up to second, just behind Spam by a few thousandths. And Ellensar and Scrappy are both last right now. Could be a big knockout too. I get a great downhill. So much more speed than I'm used to. Plus 7 on speed splits. And it's a banger. It's a banger. 45-10. 45-10. I'm really stressed out at this point. The main thing that can happen is me stumbling in my own shoelaces. And I follow up the previous good run with another pretty solid run. I think it's a 0.2. Yeah, 0.2. Okay. Things are going great. Am I finally going to be able to win on Bobsleigh, my favorite style on the new physics, to prove that I'm not a scrub, okay? I'm pretty damn good at this style. People view me as so bad and like an under. I'm actually one of the best at this, is what I feel. I really want to prove it. Top 7. I try to go for the high line on this entry, and I fully miss it. And I already know this is you have to panic. Like, this is very bad. But in the same round, I see Ellensar made a mistake. Ellensar made a big mistake. I lost a lot of time there. This is not a great run, but that could easily have me eliminate, right? But Ellensar made a mistake. Twist is a bit slow. Okay, so I'm actually maneuvering up. Ellensar was not paid to throw for me, I promise. But it is a little bit sus, Ellensar. It was still a 0.3. It was a good run, right? Okay, that was a close call, I'm thinking. Let me make sure I get that entry right next time. I'm a bit scared about that turn. You know, you ever have like a close call on something? You're like, okay, next time I gotta be extra cautious. So at this point, I'm only thinking about that second bobsleigh turn. Get the entry, get the entry, get the entry. And here I go for it. And I see I'm pretty wide. I don't adjust in time, and it's even worse. It is so bad. The car is bouncing out of control. I get air time. And though it says I'm 4th, right? It also said minus 37 on the speed splits. This is how Bobsleigh snowballs out of control. If you miss one entry, just one, you are in deep trouble. This is so bad, right? So already here I'm panicking. I know at next checkpoint I'm gonna be last. Minus 37. I know I'm gonna be last. So I'm already preparing. Okay, I got a full risk. At this point, I have to full risk, full send, and hope there's some mistakes. So I jumped very wide. I try to get the wiggle right. I get it. It's a good entry. I try to get good speed down the hill. It's actually pretty good. 460 is very, very fast. I jump into the last turn. Please, anyone, anything, anyone. And by one spot, I'm in. Because Spam made a mistake.
Like something wicked, let's say the Vortex reactor part, which is super decisive, right?
Might be out there.
Oh, that's a 0.5 lost. You're fine.
No.
You're not fine. Yeah, you saved your Wirtual.
Yeah, I did. Paypalled.
People were calling fraud in the in-game chat at this point. I had gotten away basically with murder. Like, in-game children's racing game murder.
Okay, who wants to paypal? Who wants to paypal? Guys, focus. Nah! Nine!
Spam drove over the penalty grass. And that was the mistake. That was a close call. I'm scared now. I'm stressed. High pressure, high blood pressure. The round's reset, right? There's no reason to be stressed about this round. My mistake is nullified. I just gotta breathe. I just gotta breathe. 4 more opponents. Twist, Molen, Naive, and Rask. Now, a lot of Nordic players here. You got Finland, you got Sweden, Russia, and Rask, Belgian player. I again missed the entry a little bit, but it's not that bad because I get to the corner in time and I get no airtime. And Naive has made a pretty big mistake. He's 0.4 behind, but that's going to snowball. I'm very close to the others here, all within 700ths. Go for pretty chill approach this corner. I get the downhill right. Good speed slide, good speed. And though I'm almost out once again, the speed in the end is just enough to get me to second that round. Okay, top 4. Just so you know, the last Bobsleigh Cup of the day happened about half a year ago. And before that, another half a year. These happen so infrequently that this is basically my one chance to win this in 2023. This style. And I'm last right now. I'm last on this split too, and I need a very good end. So I'm prepared to full risk. I'm prepared to full risk. I'm prepared to full risk. I get a lot of speed right there. Another 460 speed for the ending. And I almost know that I'm safe here, even though it's close, because of the speed. And yeah, Twist and Mola made mistakes. 45.3 keeps me in. And I go next round. This time, again behind, but pretty good speed. Small wiggle. Not risking anything. Trying to get that high approach. And this is good. This is pretty good. I know it's solid enough to keep me in contention, right? I'm behind Rask, but ahead of Twist. 800ths of a second. I go up into first place on that checkpoint. And seeing that number 1 in your car feels very good. Even if it's this close, it's just, you know you're not under that much pressure. And then I notice, and if you ever, like, get far in a couple of the day, I don't have time to always look over at the splits. But what I see here is I see the bottom menu. The bottom menu, bottom middle, on the next checkpoint, it only contains 2 bars. So I instantly know, okay, he respawned. He made a mistake. That's what I noticed. His name did not show up on the splits. He's not there. We can relax. I just see that in my peripheral and I chill. So Rask beat me that round by 500s, 45.2. And he's fast. So we go into the final. 1 versus 1 on Bobsleigh Cup of the day. I can no longer safe. I have to full send. I have to full send. Throw safety out of the window. I gotta lock this in. I do not want to fail so close to victory, right? So I go for a more inside start while still a bit wide. He's 400s ahead on the splits. I do my wiggle. I go up the hill. And at this point, even though that was just 0.2 of a second, I notice his name took a bit to appear on the splits. I instantly recognized he made a mistake. Something went wrong for Rask in the start because his name appeared late. That's all I know at this point. And while I'm doing that, I also get the best entry I've had in the cup. That was such a good entry. I can get out of the speed, out of this turn with a lot of speed, and I'm 0.4 ahead. I see that. Okay, push the brakes. We're gonna cruise this into the finish. We're not gonna make any mistakes right now. We're gonna relax. I get a late entry here. It's wobbly. I'm thinking no penalty grass. I go way over angle. Minus 24 speed on the speed splits. Half a second ahead. It should be enough. It should be enough. Let it be enough. It's enough. And I win on Bobsleigh Cup of the Day. I'm the Bobsleigh champion. So many times have I gotten to hear the last year, oh, Virtual was only good on Bobsleigh because of action keys. Virtual only won on, you know, whatever, because of action keys. Just cheat keys, right? I beat everyone on Bobsleigh on the new physics. And the main place I used action keys, you know where it was? It was on the road. Not on the Bobsleigh. I used action key 4 here, but mainly action key 4 up this hill. 80% steering to not slide out. The rest of it is all full steer. So that felt good. Now, if you want to see that last round as well from spectator point of view.
Okay, Rask 0.25 pp, Virtual 0.10. It's already safe. Honestly.
Triple caster curse, yeah, that...
Rask, not... Oh, Rask low speed. Yeah, what? Huh?
Oh my god, that is
What?
such a scam.
Yeah, GG, what the fuck?
That is such a scam, how he managed
Huh?
to do
Okay,
so
and
much
Virtual has a
there.
great line. Virtual
Oh
has...
my god, yeah, that's GG.
But why? Huh? Virtual is such a typical... Oh, nah, bro. Nah. Oh my god, he's so lucky. I thought he would go... If he would have gone full over the penalty, he would have been out. Probably not even a good time at all. Now it's 0.6. Ay, ay, ay. But GG.
He won, though.
Did he almost... Yeah, he almost choked the second last bobsleigh, though. Hola mola. Okay, GG,
one
though.
of these
Good one.
knockouts.